Number one way that you know that you're chosen by God to serve Him, and you don't usually know why, but to serve Him in one way or another. I could go through a list of 10 or 14 that other videos on YouTube mention, like people stare at you, you never fit in, usually you are the family scapegoat. I could go through all those at great length, but I just want to make one that says the primary way that you know that you're chosen. And that is that in one way or another, you've been sent the message that you're not allowed to partake in this world, even a little bit, with sin. For instance, I practically went 2 months sober, and I decided, I don't know what it is about taking a ride on my motorcycle, but I always want to either have a beer on the destination before the ride home, or I want to have a beer when I get home, because you get heightened nerves. You know, you're hyper alert the whole 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours that you're on the motorcycle, and beer or alcohol is like the best thing to settle those nerves when you get home. So I did. I got one of these little banana shots. Granted, it was 99% proof, but it tasted great on ice. It tasted just like bananas. And I got a 24-ouncer. And then after that, I went and got one Sierra Nevada Pale Ale. So basically, I had 4 drinks. And let's just put it this way. God and Satan let me know in no uncertain terms that I had dropped the ball. You know, after 2 months, almost 2 months of being completely sober, you'd think the good Lord wouldn't mind if I just had a few drinks of alcohol. But no. Crazy spiritual warfare and spiritual attacks took place that night. And He has very, very high expectations for the chosen. That's what it comes down to. That's my message. And so my New Year's resolution is to never be inebriated at all. No tobacco, no caffeine, no alcohol, no marijuana, no nothing. Because that's the only way I can satisfy this Lord of ours. He's good. He's gracious. He just has a path for you and me that He wants us to walk. And it was about somewhere between 4 and 6 months ago where, you know, I was going to church like 2 and 3 times a week, Mass. I was going to confession religiously once a month, sometimes more. Always Mass on Sunday. Saying morning prayers, saying evening prayers, saying 1 rosary a day. Just really, and sometimes walking in the Spirit. Sometimes having a full day, day and a half where I'm just connected to the Holy Spirit. And, but I was still breaking free from, you know, with my CPTSD, feeling I needed some marijuana every now and then. So I'm still trying to break free from that addiction. And drinking a few beers here and there. Nothing out of hand, nothing like crazy. And I'm laying in bed, and I asked the good Lord at like 1 in the morning when I wake up. You know, I always have waking up in the middle of the night. I asked the good Lord, am I pleasing you? Bam, I'm like pressed down against the bed with sleep paralysis. I get this ringing in my ear. I get this kind of vibrating numbness in my rear end. And I can't even speak when I go to ask for the Lord's help to deal with this demonic attack of paralysis. And there was my answer. I wasn't pleasing the Lord. And it's because He has very, very high expectations of you and me if you're chosen. I'm saying this out of frustration because, you know, I fell in love with sin. I fell in love with the world. And it's just hard to be perfect. I don't cuss. I never have ill intentions for anyone. I pray for my abusers. Sometimes I just feel like I'd like a little bit of acknowledgement and a little bit of like, okay, you're good enough. But no, very, very high expectations. And it's, at least in my opinion, I gotta strive. I gotta keep continuing to try to meet these high expectations. God bless. Hit like or dislike, leave a comment, share this video, subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.